Hey guys, welcome to Gistbots. Today I want to react to a post that I saw yesterday on one of the social media platforms. And I think for the past 4 weeks I've been reacting to different posts. And anyways, let's just get at it, right? So it says, infidelity, gospel singer Sammie Okposo tenders public apology to wife and suspends self from ministry. In case you don't know, this is Gistbots, where you get to speak your truth without being judged. So this is just my 2 cents, right? Okay, so yes, I understand Sammie Okposo is a public figure and stuff, but when it comes to relationship, when it comes to marriage, when social media is involved in marriages and relationship, it makes it tedious, it makes it difficult. So and for the wife, I really don't see the wife as a public figure, as a social media person. So why is he apologizing to the wife through social media? Because for goodness sake, you see this woman every day, you're close to this woman, you're closer to this woman than every other person. So why are you going on social media to apologize, to send an apology to your wife? Because like, I really don't understand the way celebrity work. You see someone crying and videoing himself or herself. You see someone in pain. You see the person still videoing themselves. Like, I really don't know the points people prove when they do that. You have an issue with your wife, fix it with her. And in a way, I feel that public apology, to me, I feel it looks like it feels he has disappointed, the way he has disappointed his wife, the way he has disappointed God is the same way he has disappointed the general public, which is so unfair, because these are people you apologizing to indirectly really don't, like, you don't really need to apologize to them. Like, you owe nobody an apology the way you live your life, except the only people you should be concerned about, or the only person you should be concerned about, is your wife and God for forgiveness, because you are a man of God. And let's be realistic, right? When you talk about baby mamas, especially for celebrities, for musicians and everything, when you talk about Davido, when you talk about Wizkid, Two-Face, when you talk about these people and compare it to this person that we're talking about with Sammie Okposo, her name is, probably her nickname is African Doll. I'm not saying that, oh, because she's called African Doll, it means she is bad or something. But when someone calls you, when you call yourself an African Doll, what does it imply? So when you see other people who talk about, when we talk about baby mamas, we talk about, oh, this name, that name. And when we're talking about you, who is a man of God, who is a minister, we're looking at African Doll. What this simply means is, whether we like it or not, he is a man of God, not a God of man. We make it look like, oh, because he is a man of God, he should be perfect. He must be perfect. His life should be perfect. This is just a simple reason for you to understand that the way that man that is outside, that is not a man of God, is flesh and blood, is human. That is the exact way this person is also. So for the fact that he is a man of God, that does not make him perfect in any way. Then another thing is, when men of God say, oh, someone has said something, there is an allegation, and they say they are stepping down from ministry or from their assignments, I'm wondering, when you say you are stepping down, does it mean that, oh, it is something that you did and like it is your first time and you're regretting your action, or it's something that the public knows now so you feel ashamed, or it is a lie, or it is true? Like, I really don't know the concept behind stepping down. This thing is not it is not something that you called yourself for, especially when you're a man of God. It is not because you called yourself to be a man of God. God actually appointed you. It is an elected job for you, right? God elected you. So why are you stepping down? when you step down, I feel what you're saying is, oh, you should be perfect. Because for the fact that this thing is in public, that does not mean it is your first time. It is only in public now you feel ashamed. When you say, oh, you want to step down so you can go and get yourself, like, I really don't understand what men of God say. In a way, I feel like it is so unfair for men of God to make it look like they are perfect, because nobody is perfect. Even the men of God in the Bible, except Jesus Christ, none of them was actually perfect, right? So when men of God now make it look like, oh, we're perfect, I think this is what it brings, right? Just imagine a minister of God with an African doll, right? And another funny thing I feel is most men, they feel they are in control, like they decide on what a woman does with her pregnancy. No, you don't. The only thing you can do is, oh, you want to be responsible for the pregnancy or you don't. For every other thing the woman does with her pregnancy, it is a right. It is anything she wants to do, that is what she will do. So men of God, I feel like there is so much pressure on men of God to come out perfect, to come out like they are. No, it is so unfair for the public to make them feel so. So that is why, in a way, I feel he's apologizing to the public. Because if you're apologizing to your wife, you should be facing your wife herself, not the public, right? Like, I really don't understand the way men of God see things and the way people see men of God. They make, like, I feel there is so much pressure on them to just do the right thing, to just walk with God. And it is so unfair. What I feel he should be doing, rather than stepping down, rather than people denying him, especially men of God also denying him, I think what I feel people need to do is just accept that he is a man first before he was elected or appointed by God, and just make him be vulnerable. He needs to sort things out with his wife. He needs to ask for forgiveness from God, because fine, he is a public figure, but it was God who made him a public figure, because he is a man of God. And so what he needs to do is sort things out with his wife. Whether he likes it or not, he is now a baby daddy, because African doll is not ready to abort. She has come out to say, oh, she's not aborting and everything. And I think for a man of God, it would be unfair for you to talk about abortion, right? So, like, people just needs to give him space, and he needs to give himself space to make the right decision, the right choice, to just do the right thing, right? Like, no, it is so like, no abortion. She does not want to. She decides on what she wants to do with her body. She decides on what she wants to do with her pregnancy. What you need to do is just decide on what makes you feel good, and consider your wife as well, and leave the public for the public apology. Like, you owe nobody an apology. What you need to do is sort it with God, sort it with your wife, because they are the two most important people, and not what the public feels. The public would understand when it's time, not you're coming out to apologize to the public, to like, hey, you don't really need it, right? Anyways, this is Gizbot, where you get to speak your truth without being judged, and this is just my truth. Bye, and stay safe.